this example, we have root of 45 and take away 5 over root of 20. In this scenario, we'll try to simplify the routes to a common route. So the root of 45 can be simplified to root of 5, and root of 20 also can be simplified to root of 5. So for the 45 will be 3 root 5, take away 5 over 2 root 5 for 20. Now we multiply by the conjugate, which is root 5 in the denominator. So now to simplify this term, we would have 3 root 5 multiplied by root 5, take away 5 root 5 over 2 root 5 multiplied by root 5. Now to simplify this, we can the root 5s multiplied by each other will give us 5, multiplied by 3, that will give us 15. Take away over, can think of it as 15 over the root 5s multiplied by each other is 5, multiplied by 2 is 10. And if we have the 5 root 5 divided by 10, 5 root 5 divided by 10. Now we can simplify this term further. So we would have, in this scenario, the 15 divided by 10, that would give us half. So if we divide it by 5, it would give us 3 at the top. And also we would have 2 at the bottom, and also the 5 over 1 will give us half here, root 5, and we can also represent it by taking the common factor as the half. We would have, or we can write it as half multiplied by 3 minus root 5. So either this answer or this answer, they're both correct. In this example, we have two fractions added to each other. So we'll try to simplify both terms and multiply them by the conjugates separately. So what will happen here, we have the 1 over 18. Ideally, we can simplify that to a lower fraction, route. So for the 18, it can be simplified to 3 root 2. And we multiply by 2 root 2 by 2 root 2 plus 1 over, so for the 32, it can be simplified to 4 root 2, which will also be multiplied by root 2 over root 2. Now, to simplify these terms, we would have the 1, so we would have root 2 over, root 2 is multiplied by each other will give us 2, multiplied by 3, that will give us 6, plus root 2 at the top, and we have 2 root 2 multiplied by each other will give us 2, multiplied by 4, it will give us 8. Now we have 6 and 8 added to each other. So in this scenario, we would have, we'll just take it as common. So we would have 7 added to 24 over and multiplied by root 2, and that will be our final answer by taking adding the fractions to each other. In this example, we have 2 over root 3 take away root 6 over root 72. Again, we'll try to simplify them to the smallest route, so we can see root 3 is the smallest. So in this scenario, try to multiply the 2 over root 3 by root 3 over root 3. Take away the root of 6, it can be simplified to root 2 and root 3. And also dividing the root of 72 to can simplify to root of 6 root 2, which can be multiplied by the conjugate, which is root 2 over root 2. Now to simplify these terms, we would have 2 root 3 over 3, because root 3 by 3 over 3 can be root 9, and taking the derivative is 3. Take away, so here we have root 6 multiplied by root 2, so we can keep it as root 2, because we can take as common, simplify this by taking some of the routes from each other. So we'd have root 2 by root 2 would be 2, so we'd have 2 root 3 here, and at the bottom we would have 6 multiplied, root 2 multiplied each other will be 2, multiplied by 6 that would be 12, so divided by 12, which can be simplified to 1 over 6. So in this scenario we would have 2 over 3 root 3, take away 1/6 root 3, which can be simplified to half root 3 as the final answer. In this example, you can see we have two brackets across both sides of the equation. X multiplied by bracket x plus 4 equal 4 multiplied by x plus 8 in brackets. So first we'll start with looking at one side of the equation, so x multiplied by both terms, and the 4 multiplied by both terms here also. So we'd have x squared plus 4x equal 4x plus 4 multiplied by 8, that will give us 32. Now to make this equation simpler, we move the 4x to the other side, so we have x squared plus 4x negative 4x equal 32. These two 4x's taken away from each other, they will disappear. And we'll have x squared equal 32. Then x will be equaling 4 minus negative positive root of 32. That will give us x equal plus minus root of 4 root 2. And this will be the final answer. In this expression, we have x take away root of 48 equal to root 3 minus 2x. So ideally we'll try to, any bigger route, we'll simplify it to the smaller route in the expression. In this case we have root 3, so that we can see that root of 48 can be simplified to roots along the line of root 3. So in this scenario we'd have x take away root of 48 can be simplified to root of 16 root 3. And that will give us equal to root 3 minus 2x. Then we would have x root of 4 root 3, and the root 16 can be simplified to 4. We have 2 root 3 minus 2x. Then the next step from here will be to work with the root 3's together and the x's together. So we would have x plus 2x equal 2 root 3 plus 4 root 3. So in this scenario we would have 3x equal 6 root 3. Now to simplify this even further, the 6 can be divided by 3, so that will give us x equal 2 root 3 as the final answer. Now let's look at this expression. We have x root 18, take away 4 equal root 8. So both routes of 18 and 8 can be simplified to a route that can both work with, so choose combination of root 2. So in this scenario we would have x root 9 root 2 for root 18, take away 4 equal root 8 can be simplified to 2 root 2. Now in this case the root 9 can be simplified, so we would have 3 root 2x take away 4 2 root 2. Now we can simplify this even further by multiplying and making the terms simpler. So that in this scenario, if we simplify this expression, we can have, if we multiply everything by root 2, that would give us 6 x minus 4 root 2, that's if we multiply both sides of the equation by root 2, will give us 6x minus 4 root 2 equal 4 on this side of the equation. And then we simplify it even further, so we move the minus 4 root 2 to the other side, so that will give us 6x equal 4 plus 4 root 2. And then we simplify this expression further, so we'd have the x, you have 4 over 6 plus 4 over 6 root 2. So these two can be simplified to x equal 3 over 2, 2 over 3, and plus 2 over 3 root 2. And this will be the final answer, or it can take the 2 root 3 as a common factor, and you would have 1 plus root 2 in between brackets. But this answer is correct. In this final example, we have x root 5 plus 2 equal root 20 multiplied by brackets x minus 1. So in this scenario, we can see that root 5 is the smallest root. So in this case, we'll keep root 5x plus 2 on this side of the equation. You can break down root 20 to root 4 root 5. And we have x minus 2, then minus 1 in between brackets. So now what we can do is simplify this further. So in this scenario, we'd have 5x plus 2 equal 2 root 5x minus 1. Now to simplify this even further, because we would like to work with x's that doesn't have a root ideally, so we can multiply everything by root 5. If we multiply everything by root 5, that would give us 5x, because root 5 multiplied by root 5 would give us 5x plus 2 root 5 equal root 5 multiplied by root 5 will give us 5, so that will give us 5 multiplied by 2, that will give us 10x minus 1. Now the next step from here would be working with the 5x's and together. So what we would have here, we'd have 5x plus 2 root 5 equal 10x minus 10. And in this scenario, we move it to the other side, where we would have the 5x from here, we move it to the other side. So the next step from here would be, we would have the 10 moves to the other side also, so we'd have 10 plus 2 root 5 equal, the 5x moves to the other side too, so we would have 10x take away 5x, we would end up with 5x, and then we would have x equal 10 over 5 plus 2 over 5 root 2 over 5 root 5, so that can be simplified to x equal 10 over 5, that can give us 2 plus 2 over 5 root 5, and this will be our final answer.